So if you have a place that you really desire to travel to, make it happen, manifest it, write it down, put it on a vision board. Maybe it's not something that's tangible this year, but maybe it's something that's tangible within 5 years. And then when you get to that point where you're almost ready to go, I guarantee you will have a feeling that's very surreal, like what I'm experiencing right now. Hi, I'm Ashleigh, and welcome to the Big Crystal Energy Podcast. This is a place for the crystal curious, arcane-minded, and everything in the in-between. In this podcast, we will jump down the rabbit hole into the metaphysical, esoteric, occult, and spiritual realms. Nothing is off limits. I'm a mom, wife, an orthopedic physician assistant by day, and a seeker of all things spooky and kooky by night. I've spent my entire career in the medical field, but have always felt like there is more out there, and this is where we will explore together. We will have conversations with crystal healers, rock hounds, artists, musicians, spiritual coaches, magic makers, and anything woo-woo that strikes our fancy. Let's take our spiritual journey to the next level. So grab a crystal, pour a cup of tea. It's time to feel the big crystal energy. Hey, crystal lovers and mystical travelers. Welcome back to the Big Crystal Energy Podcast. I'm Ashleigh, and I am so excited today because we're diving into the magic of Icelandic crystals, the land of glaciers, volcanoes, and ancient energy. And yes, it's also the land of trolls, elves, and Viking secrets. So basically, it's a crystal witch's dream. And before I get started, I just want to say, if you notice some different noises in the background, such as dog's collar or children yelling or doors opening and closing and creaking, I apologize. I have to record while my children are home right now and they're entertaining each other. So we'll see how this goes. And my dog keeps coming in and out of my office as I record, and she's under my desk right now. So you probably will hear her collar clinking in the background. It is what it is. We are in the midst of getting ready to head to Iceland. As I record this, we are 9 days out, but this episode is actually airing on the day we leave on our trip on June 6th. So it's very exciting times, but also very busy time trying to wrap up the end of my son, Finley. He's 8, his second grade year of school, and just trying to get everything together for our trip and life stuff, getting organized and all of the things. So as many of you know, and I've talked about in previous episodes, I'm extremely excited about this trip to Iceland because it's really a place that I have been called to for most of my life. I don't really have a good explanation as to why. I am not Icelandic in any way, I don't think. I just recall being obsessed with this place for as long as I can remember, since I first learned about it when I was probably my son Finley's age, when I was in elementary school, first or second grade. And so it's been many years coming. I've been planning this trip for about a year, saving money, planning a photographer for us to do our vow renewal and all of the things. So it's just a long time coming. So when I was thinking about an episode that I wanted to release prior to going on this trip, I thought, well, it would be so cool to do some research and a deep dive on the stones and crystals and folklore of Iceland so that I'm well informed prior to leaving for this trip. And so I think this episode, while yes, it is specific to Iceland, there are certain things within this episode that I think are just important themes for us as people that are lovers of nature and of the land to also learn bits about just being respectful to the land and the land spirits and things like that, and traveling and just being aware of where you're going and the different rules and laws and the different things that are associated with the land that you're traveling to, because some places they are okay with you taking stones and crystals and sand and things like that. In other places, they prefer that you do not try to take any of it. And so I think that there's just some messages that kind of go through this episode that while they are specific to Iceland, they can also be somewhat universal or sort of something that you should consider as you're traveling, especially if you're a crystal lover, if you're a rock hound, if you're someone that loves to go places and take little bits of nature home with you. Just be mindful. That's all I'm asking. So this trip for me is just honestly going to be such a spiritual journey. I purposely did not plan a lot of activities while we're on our trip because I really just want to take the time to be with the land, be with nature, be outside, experience the different kind of weather, the culture, the food, all of the things. So I don't want to feel rushed to be going from one activity to the next. I mean, we will be moving around a lot and staying in a lot of different places, but as far as things that are scheduled, I only have a couple things and activities that are actually scheduled for the whole entire 2.5 weeks that we're there. And I'm planning on doing a lot of journaling. I'm planning on doing a lot of blogging, vlogging, all of the things, because I really want to remember this moment. My children will never be this age again. We will probably never have a family trip that's exactly like this again. I mean, our family travels a lot, but this is a trip that is just so significant to me personally that I want to really sit with it and enjoy every moment of it. And I don't want to lose sight of what's going on. And so this episode, I mean, I'm kind of getting teary-eyed while I'm talking, even thinking about all of these things, because it's just been such a long time coming. And to say to myself that in 9 days, we will be driving to the airport to leave on this trip. And that in 10 days, because if you're counting travel and all of that, we will actually be in that country, and I will have my feet on the ground, and I will be looking around and seeing things that I've been obsessing about for so many years. And those things will actually be tangible. So it's going to be really big, really, really big for me. And I think one of the things that I just want to say to you listeners is, do you have a place that you feel really drawn to, that you feel really connected to, and you don't really know why? Or maybe you do know why. It doesn't have to necessarily be somewhere international. Maybe it's somewhere that's within a few hours of your home, or maybe it's somewhere here in the United States. It doesn't have to be some big grand place, but I really recommend you to reflect and think about somewhere that you're really drawn to and find a way. If you've never been there before, find a way to make it happen. I mean, for me, this trip is such a long time coming. I have had to put so much time and effort into planning the trip, of course, but also saving the money and working and building myself up to this point. So that's why I also feel that it's extremely meaningful. And so if you have a place that you really desire to travel to, make it happen, manifest it, write it down, put it on a vision board. Maybe it's not something that's tangible this year, but maybe it's something that's tangible within 5 years. And then when you get to that point where you're almost ready to go, I guarantee you will have a feeling that's very surreal, like what I'm experiencing right now. And I feel like there's just been so many things as I've gone along on my crystal journey, my spiritual journey, that I have been able to manifest because of this, because of my shift in my mindset and my shift in just being and who I am and the way that I walk through this earth, that are really coming to fruition now. My vision board this year that I made for 2025 was covered in Icelandic things. And while I knew I was already planning the trip, there were specific things that I put on my vision board of places that I want to go and things that I want to see and ways that I want to feel. Because of course, it's not all just about the travel. It's about the way that you feel about the travel too. And so I just got really excited to put this episode together too, because I wanted to know what kind of things will I be encountering when I'm in Iceland. Are there lots of different crystals that are naturally occurring there, or are there, because it's a volcanic island, are there only a few different types of crystals? And I was very interested to find out that there are not a lot of choices there. And it's not really recommended for you to bring anything home other than if you get it from a sourced place. But I'll get into all of that within this episode. And so without further ado, and without really needing to have a big crystal energy moment of the week, because this is all my big crystal energy moment of the week and what's giving me the biggest energy of all time, let's get into it. So let's start with the stones themselves. So number 1, I have Iceland Spar, also known as clear calcite. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm holding up a piece that I got last year. I think I got this at a crystal fair. It's just a piece of Iceland Spar clear calcite. And there's nothing specifically spectacular about this piece that I have. I just remember that when I was at this fair, I saw it and it said it was Iceland Spar. So of course, when I saw the word Iceland, I had to buy it. But as I came to find out, it's just clear calcite. So Iceland Spar is one of Iceland's most famous and spiritually significant minerals. Its optical clarity and unique refractive properties have made it a sought-after stone for both practical and metaphysical purposes. Its formation, it's formed from I'm tripping over my words. It's formed in hydrothermal veins, often found in association with basalt and other volcanic rocks. It crystallizes in a rhombohedral structure, creating sharp, angular formations, which you can easily see within this piece that I'm holding up. It's typically colorless and transparent, though slightly milky or grayish hues can occur. Its natural clarity can create a mesmerizing double refraction effect, meaning objects viewed through the stone appear doubled. Okay, so let's see here. Is that true? Yes, it is true. I see that as I'm looking through it. When I'm looking through it and I'm looking at my hand, I can see like two hands being reflected off my computer screen. That's really cool. What are its historical and practical uses? According to Norse legend, Viking sailors used Iceland Spar as a sunstone, a navigational tool to locate the position of the sun, even on an overcast day or during twilight. The crystal's double refraction allowed them to detect polarized light, helping them navigate the open seas with remarkable accuracy. Iceland Spar played a pivotal role in the study of optics. The phenomenon of double refraction or birefringence was first documented using Iceland Spar, leading to significant advancements in optical technology and scientific understanding. Iceland Spar is known as a stone of clarity, truth, and amplified energy. It carries a high vibrational frequency that aligns with both the third eye and crown chakras, making it an ideal tool for spiritual work. Just as a stone creates a double image, it is believed to reveal hidden truths and provide insight into multiple perspectives. It is excellent for those seeking mental clarity, helping to dispel confusion and align thoughts with higher guidance. Iceland Spar is considered a powerful amplifier of intentions. When placed near other stones, it enhances their energetic output. It can also amplify personal energy, making it a potent stone for manifesting one's desires with crystal clear focus. This crystal is often used for scrying, remote viewing, and spiritual downloads. Its optical clarity is said to act as a window to the unseen, allowing for glimpses into other dimensions or potential futures. Placing Iceland Spar on the third eye during meditation can deepen one's intuitive abilities and facilitate communication with spiritual guides. I also want to share a little bit of folklore and spiritual significance for this stone in Iceland. So the sunstone mythology. While not officially confirmed, Icelandic folklore often suggests that Iceland Spar was the mystical sunstone used by Viking navigators. This belief aligns with its reputation as a stone of illumination and guidance, both in the physical and spiritual sense. Iceland Spar is believed to be a conduit for connecting with the Huldufolk, or the hidden people, and other nature spirits. Its clear, crystalline structure acts as a portal, allowing for clear communication with unseen realms. In some Icelandic tales, Iceland Spar is said to reveal what is hidden or cloaked in illusion. It is sometimes referred to as a seer stone, capable of unveiling deceptive or unseen energies. Hey, sorry to interrupt, but I have something you need to hear. Have you been feeling a shift, a pull towards something more? Whether you're manifesting new opportunities, confidence, or a major glow up, the universe is listening, and I've got just the thing. In a crystal clarity call, I'll intuitively select 3 crystals to support your manifestations, pull a tarot or oracle card for deeper guidance, and craft custom journal prompts to help you take action. It's more than a reading, it's an energetic roadmap. So if you're ready to align with your highest self, DM me on Instagram at mystical.mama.ash for details and pricing. Let's bring your magic to life. Iceland Spar's reflective and refractive nature make it an ideal tool for geomancy and divination. And you may be saying, what is geomancy? Well, geomancy is a form of divination where answers to questions are derived from patterns created by earth or dots, often with the help of a geomantic wheel. Interesting. So here are some ways to work with Iceland Spar. You can use it for scrying for clarity. Hold the stone up to the light, allowing its clear prismatic surface to refract light into rainbow patterns. Focus on these patterns while asking a question or seeking clarity on a situation. The double refraction effect can symbolize two paths, two perspectives, or two outcomes guiding you to the truth. It's also great for amplifying intentions. Write your intention on a small piece of paper and place it beneath a piece of Iceland Spar. The stone will act as a magnifier, amplifying your message to the universe. It's also used for truth-seeking meditation. Place the stone on the third eye chakra and close your eyes. Visualize light refracting through the stone, illuminating areas of your life where you feel uncertain or clouded in confusion. Breathe deeply and ask the stone to reveal what is hidden, allowing images, words, or insights to come through. Where can you find Iceland Spar in Iceland? You can find it in the East Fjords. This region is known for its rich mineral deposits, including high-quality Iceland Spar. Okay, I'm going to probably butcher this. The Huldufolk quarry, once a prominent mining site for Iceland Spar, it is now a protected area where visitors can still see remnants of the crystal embedded in the earth. And then there's also Petra's Stone Collection. This museum is in the East Fjords, which features a vast array of minerals and crystals, including Iceland Spar, allowing visitors to view and even purchase local specimens. I'm going to try to go to Petra's Stone Collection while we are visiting, but it looks like it might be off the beaten path a little bit too far, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make it happen, but it's possible. So, what are the ethical considerations? While Iceland Spar is abundant in certain areas, it is crucial to respect the land and local regulations. In protected areas like Huldufolk quarry, it is illegal to remove stones. However, ethical sellers in local markets and museums often have responsibly sourced pieces available for purchase. So, of course, I'm going to try to find the ethical source, and I'm going to buy myself a piece of Iceland Spar while I'm in Iceland, and maybe bring home a few pieces for friends and family as well. Okay, on to basalt, which is considered the bones of Iceland. Basalt is the bedrock of Iceland, literally and spiritually. This dense volcanic stone forms when lava rapidly cools, creating a smooth, dark surface that is both grounding and protective. It is one of the most abundant rocks in Iceland, making up the majority of its vast lava fields, cliffs, and black sand beaches. Basalt is formed when magma from volcanic eruptions cools rapidly, creating fine-grained, dense rock. In Iceland, the continuous geological activity from volcanic eruptions to glacial melt ensures that basalt is a constant presence, with new formations appearing regularly. Columnar basalt, one of the most striking basalt formations, is the hexagonal columns seen in areas like Reynisfjara Beach and the cliffs of Svartifoss. These natural pillars are created when thick lava flows cool slowly, cracking into geometric shapes that appear almost man-made. The black sand beaches of southern Iceland are composed of eroded basalt, ground down by the relentless waves of the North Atlantic. While basalt may not be as glamorous as sparkling quartz or vibrant calcite, it holds profound energy that is deeply grounding, stabilizing, and protective. Basalt's dense, earthy composition connects directly to the root chakra, anchoring one's energy and providing a stabilizing force in times of chaos or change. Just as the lava cooled and hardened to form basalt, this stone acts as a protective barrier, warding off negative influences and psychic attacks. Basalt carries the energy of the volcanic fire that created it, symbolizing transformation through destruction. It is an excellent stone for releasing the past, shedding old habits, and embracing new beginnings. Basalt's fiery origins imbue it with the powerful energy for manifestation. It is said to amplify intentions, especially when placed near other stones or in a sacred space. In Iceland, in Icelandic tradition, spending time in the lava fields, surrounded by basalt, is believed to help release emotional burdens, allowing the land to absorb and transmute negative energy. In the practice of geomancy, basalt serves as a conduit between the physical and spiritual realms. Because it is so deeply connected to the Earth's core, It is believed to carry the ancient wisdom of the planet, making it a powerful stone for divination and earth-based magic. In Iceland, basalt is sometimes used as a scrying tool. Its dark surface can be polished and gazed upon, similar to how one would use a black mirror. The stone's energy is thought to reveal hidden truths or messages from the landvitir, land spirits. Icelanders may place basalt stones in a specific grid pattern around a sacred site, creating a geomantic circle to embrace energy flow and anchor spiritual intentions. Sleeping with a piece of basalt near the bed or under the pillow is said to ground dreams, helping one recall important messages or symbols received in the dream state. In Icelandic folklore, basalt is believed to be the bones of the fire giants, embodying the raw primal power of the earth. Some lava fields are considered sacred or haunted, and it is said that the spirits of those who perished in volcanic eruptions linger within the basalt stones guarding the land. The black sand beaches are seen as liminal spaces where the veil between worlds is thin, and basalt acts as a protective stone to keep unwelcome energies at bay. While basalt is abundant in Iceland, it's essential to respect local laws and customs around stone collection. In some areas, it is illegal to take stones or rocks without permission, as they are considered sacred or protected by the spirits of the land. Before picking up a stone, take a moment to connect with the land. Ask silently, "May I take this stone?" If you sense a clear yes or no, honor that feeling. If you do collect a piece of basalt, leave a small offering in its place. A flower, a coin, a drop of water, as a gesture of respect and gratitude. Support local artisans. Consider purchasing basalt from local Icelandic artists or shops where the stones have been ethically sourced and may carry additional cultural significance. Now, I also have a few other options. We have zeolites, like I'm holding up here. These are found in geothermal areas, and they're often used to purify and detox. Zeolites are like little energetic vacuums, great for spaces and even tech-savvy environments. Next up, we have calcite and agates, occasionally found in lava pockets in the region, emotionally balancing, soothing for anxiety, and excellent to calm communication. Oh, and excellent for calming communication. Got it. And finally, we have obsidian, which is like this. It's a shiny black material. It's born from cooled lava. Obsidian is one of the most protective and grounding stones that you can work with. In Iceland, it's formed naturally during volcanic eruptions. It's like holding frozen fire. Energetically, obsidian is amazing for shielding, cutting energetic cords, and deep shadow work.
So, can you go rock hounding in Iceland? Unfortunately, no. Iceland has strict laws to protect its natural resources. It's illegal to collect stones, minerals, or sand without a permit. And I respect that. But there are many local shops and collections where you could ethically purchase Icelandic crystals. As I mentioned earlier, there's Petra's stone collection, which is a must-see. Her collection of local stones is legendary and respectful of the land. You can also find ethical shops in Reykjavik that sell locally sourced obsidian and Iceland Spar. Now, to get into the second part of this episode, which is all about the spirituality and lore of Iceland, let's go, because this part I love so deeply. I am such a folklore, like elf, gnome, fairy kind of girl. So this part has been so fun to research. Icelandic culture is steeped in rich spiritual tradition, where the land itself is considered alive, conscious, and deeply magical. The rocks here don't just walk on the land. What? Scratch that. The people here don't just walk on the land. They coexist with it. And this belief extends to the rocks, stones, and crystals that form the landscape. So the first thing I want to talk about are the Huldufolk, which are the hidden people. The Huldufolk, or hidden people, are nature spirits who are said to live within rocks, hills, and lava formations. These spirits are often described as elf-like, but they are not exactly the same as the Alfar or the elves. They are protectors of the land and maintain a delicate balance between the natural and spiritual realms. There are countless tales of Icelandic construction crews rerouting roads to avoid disturbing Huldufolk dwellings. One famous story involves a large boulder near Reykjavik that workers claim to hear voices coming from. After the boulder was moved, machinery malfunctioned and workers fell ill until the boulder was returned to its original spot. Some Icelanders still leave offerings of milk, bread, or small trinkets at stone formations believed to house the Huldufolk. This act is done to show respect and to maintain harmony with these ancient spirits. Elves in Icelandic lore are otherworldly beings, sometimes seen as more ethereal and magical than the Huldufolk. They are said to reside in specific rocks and cliffs, and they can bring blessings or mischief depending on how they are treated. Alfablot. On December 24th, Icelanders celebrate Alfablot, a night when the elves are said to walk freely among humans. People often leave out food and drink for them as offerings, asking for protection and blessings for the coming year. Elves are particularly associated with Icelandic Spar. This crystal, said to amplify intuition and provide clarity, is believed to hold the energy of elf communication. It was even used by Vikings as a navigation tool, making it a potent stone for both physical and spiritual guidance. We also have the Landvitir, land spirits. I'm sorry, I'm sure I'm butchering these words. The Landvitir are powerful spirits that embody specific regions of Iceland. According to the saga of the Ylings, there are 4 main Landvitir that protect Iceland. Number 1, dragon in the east, guardian of the Regdar Fjordur, representing transformation and fierce protection. Then we have number 2, giant in the south, protector of volcanic areas, symbolizing raw power and grounding. Number 3, bull in the west, strength and stability associated with the fertile farmlands. 4, eagle in the north, wisdom and spiritual vision connected to the fjords and vast skies. The Icelandic coat of arms features these 4 protectors, emphasizing how deeply the concept of Landvitir is woven into the country's identity. When working with Icelandic basalt or obsidian, one can call upon the Landvitir for guidance, protection, and grounding. Geomancy is the ancient practice of divination using the earth, stones, sand, soil, and natural formations. In Iceland, the land itself is considered a sacred text, holding stories and messages that can be read by those who are open to them. Lava fields, hot springs, and glacier lagoons are considered sacred sites, where the veil between the worlds is thin. Meditating in these areas can open portals to deeper knowledge and spiritual insight. Scrying with stones. Instead of using traditional crystal ball, one might use a piece of Iceland spar or a polished basalt stone as a scrying tool. The reflective surface is said to help connect with both Huldufolk and ancestors. Ley lines and energy vortexes. Some mystics believe that Iceland's volcanic regions are situated along powerful ley lines, channels of earth energy that can amplify spiritual work. Working with basalt or obsidian in these areas is said to anchor spiritual downloads and ground one's intentions. Iceland is a land where fire and ice coexist, creating a unique energetic polarity. The volcanic rock holds the fiery, transformative energy of the Earth's core, while the glaciers carry the calming, cleansing power of ancient ice. In Icelandic folklore, lava fields are considered gateways to other realms, including homes of the Huldufolk. When walking through these areas, it's common to ask permission and show respect to spirits residing there. Holding a piece of basalt or obsidian while in a lava field is said to help you connect with the primal fire energy of the land, grounding you and sharpening your intuition. Hot springs are considered sacred both for their physical healing properties and their spiritual cleansing power. The zeolites found near these springs are excellent for energy detox, absorbing negativity and clearing one's aura. In Iceland, it's not just about taking stones and crystals. It's about forming a respectful relationship with the land. Here are some ways to honor Iceland's spirit and its crystals. You can leave an offering. Before working with a stone, leave a small offering of milk, bread, or flowers to the land spirits. Ask permission. Before entering a lava field, glacier, or other sacred site, pause and ask for permission. Practice silence. Spend time in quiet meditation, listening to the whispers of the wind and the subtle hum of the earth. Give back. Donate to local environmental efforts or buy stones from ethical shops. They respect Iceland's laws and traditions. When working with Icelandic crystals, remember that they carry the spirit of the land, a land forged in fire, steeped in mystery, and guarded by spirits both seen and unseen. Approach them with reverence, and they may just whisper back. Okay, friends, well, that wraps up our magical Icelandic crystal journey. I'll be sharing stories and photos and videos during my June travels So follow along on Instagram and Facebook. And don't forget to tag me if you have Iceland crystal experiences of your own at mystical.mama.ash or at Big Crystal Energy Podcast on Instagram. Until next time, may your intuition be clear, your crystals charged, and your spirit as wild as the Icelandic wind. Bye!
Thank you so much for jumping down the rabbit hole with me. If you connected with this episode in any way, I would love it if you could share it with a friend. Also, please tag me on social media. I'm at mystical.mama.ash or at Big Crystal Energy Podcast, mostly on Instagram. It helps so much getting my episodes out there and finding more magical, kooky, and spooky friends. Sending you all Big Crystal Energy. Cheers!